What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Winter Wolf's Den. Your boy Winter Wolf here, doing something a little bit different today, doing a little article read. Something I came across on Bounding Into Comics over the weekend. There's an article out of Bounding Into Comics, like I said, from December the 3rd, confirming or just lending a little bit of backup to, I think, what a lot of us have felt with Marvel over the last several iterations that they've put out on Phase 4. But headline reads, new rumor claims Marvel Studios is reevaluating its release lineup for Phases 5 and 6 over concerns about poor quality. New rumor claims that Walt Disney Company and Marvel Studios are looking at changing their release lineup for upcoming Phase 5 and 6 for films, television shows over internal concerns about the poor quality of shows and movies in Phase 4. And I'm not going to read the whole thing out, but I'll give you the gist of it here, is that basically Disney, parent company, filed with the SEC late last week. They're going to make some structural changes to how the organization is run. Part of those filings and communiques from inside basically laid out that Iger, who just came back and replaced Bob Chapek as the CEO, basically letting folks know that the way that they've been gone about with their release schedule might have been a little oversaturated. They're kind of quantifying what a lot of us already suspected, and that they've gone way too hard with the Disney Plus releases. They've gone way too hard dropping 3 movies a year. And whether or not you like those particular characters in some of the movies of Phase 4, like Shang-Chi, Black Widow, the Eternals team, things like that, I think it's undeniable the quality of these films on a technical level is a little bit less than what we've been getting in earlier phases and other iterations. And we've seen this fact corroborated in other sources as well, where people are telling us that the effects houses and graphic designers, artists, illustrators, animators, whatever you want to call them, that they're reporting that they're having less time, less resources on hand, that they're having to reuse assets in certain films and creative ways to make up for the crunch they're under to get these projects finished. So I think it comes as no surprise that it finally caught up with them, and that they basically shot their load, I think, through phases 1 and 3. We swing down here. There's an interesting line. I think it was near the bottom. Yeah, it was after Taskmaster. Yeah, they implicitly say it here. The site adds, as Phase 4 continues to a close, we've been informed of internal negative feedback about how Phase 4 was handled regarding product distribution and quality. We got another quote down here. In order to correct the poor performance and quality of Phase 4 films and television series, Marvel Studios should be implementing a quality over quantity approach to these phases. So there you have it. It looks like somebody's taking notice over there at the MCU, which is probably for the better. I don't think most people don't want to see these shows and these films fail. I mean, I don't. And political messaging aside, that's some people's cup of tea, and that's fine. But I think the problem is they focused on that message ahead of putting a quality product out. And it's a lot easier for people that aren't necessarily 100% politically aligned with your message. You can sell me on listening to your message if you make the product that you put the message in a little bit more palatable. And at current movie prices, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not plunking down $40-50 to take my kid to see a movie where it's stated flat out that anybody that looks like me is the villain in all worlds all the time. That's stupid, that's harmful, that's not anything that any child needs to hear. I wouldn't tolerate that out of a movie studio current day that has a movie that suggests that all people that are, darker skinned or a different sexual orientation than I might be are all bad all the time in all worlds. That shit needs to stop. That needs to go away. So I hopefully Marvel's taking things back a little bit. Even if internally they're left leaning, their product they put on the shelves needs to be as centrist as they can get it to maximize their earning potential. And I don't know, keep people employed, because that seems to be a problem down there with not having to do layoffs and locking people out of jobs and things. And it's funny here that I see Zaslav's name here. They also note that similar to David Zaslav axing various DC-related projects like Batgirl, Marvel Studios can do the same. The site asserts, in the most extreme and unlikely of cases, postponement or outright cancellation of a project could occur if it doesn't align with Marvel's overarching plans for the multiverse saga. I think we've already kind of seen that a little bit too. While they haven't necessarily had major release dates pushed back recently, one of the higher profile things that I think they were kind of banking on was the Armor Wars series that somehow is now going to be a feature film, I think, in 2024. So we do see them shuffling things around to suit their needs, and it's interesting to see the tactics that they're taking, how it may or may not mirror the growing threat over there at Warner Brothers with the new DC studios under James Gunn. So I think maybe Marvel finally sees the writing on the wall a little bit and realizes they can't win just by showing up anymore, which is good for everybody. I mean, that's good for the creators, that's good for fans, that's good for, you know, the final product that gets out there. You know, competition breeds innovation, it breeds upticks in quality, it breeds people wanting to have their name out there to get better job security. When you can stick your name on a product that actually, you know, sold $1.5 billion at the box office. So that's all I got on this one, guys. It was just an interesting read that I came across. I think I'm going to do more of these article reads to keep up with things that aren't reviews, because that's really obnoxious sometimes when you commit 10 hours to a show and it just ends up bombing. Looking at you, She-Hulk, but whatever. So I'm going to take off, and I will see you guys in the next one.